Welcome back to Marshall Remodel, where we are attempting to build our dream house. And on today's show, I'm going to take you through what we've done so far to get back to fixing this moisture problem. So let's get to it. All right, so we are moving forward on this whole messed up situation, I guess you could say. I don't know what you want to call it. But anyway, we heard back from the first spray foam company's insurance, and they have ruled in our favor, which is good. So they're going to pay us for damages. However, we're on the hook for about $7,200, $7,500 because it's a limited liability policy, so it doesn't cover the solution to fix it. So, that's kind of a blow to us. We've, invested. I know a lot of people probably watch us and think, man, you guys are loaded. That's just not the case, man. We're just like you guys. We've invested every ounce that we've had over the last 15 years into this place, but I can tell you guys, we are no different than you. This is our life savings in this, and we've taken you guys on this journey because reaching your goals and your dreams it's not easy. If it was easy, everybody do it. And I've had plenty of blood and sweat into this, but now we have the tears part, so I guess we can move forward from here. But I think at the end of the day, this is going to help a lot of people, and there's a lot to learn from this. I mean, I feel a little bit responsible that I didn't know more about spray foam and whatnot, and what to look for, but I definitely do now. We're not looking for empathy. We're not looking for people to feel sorry for us, but we want you guys to understand what it takes to reach your goals, and it does. It's blood, sweat, and tears, and not everything goes your way all the time. And in the grand scheme of things, we'll look back at this someday and hopefully kind of chuckle about it. But all of the drywall on the exterior walls was removed. I paid to have the drywall removed, and then I removed all the bad insulation. Everything is demoed. For the most part, it needs to be demoed. There might be a couple spots if we can't get into spray foam, we might have to remove a little more, but I got a spray foam guy coming today to check this out, to come up with a plan on what we need to do to fix this. But if you can see, cut the drywall down about 6 inches from the ceiling, and that is to try to avoid from having to mess with these ceilings since they're textured. And I think we're going to be all right. It's going to be a little bit more difficult getting that spray foam up in there, but I think we're going to be all right. So now that all of the drywall and fiberglass insulation is removed, it was time to get all the screws removed that were used by the initial spray foam company to manage their depth. And from what I've learned is this was a huge no-no. When we took the drywall out initially, every one of these screws that were exposed or barely covered had a frost ball on it the size of my thumbnail. So I located every screw that I could find, removed it, and then filled that hole with canned foam prior to having the new spray foam insulation installed. One?
Yeah.
All right, I'll get it. There's another one right there.
I see one down here.
So this here is the screws that I pulled out of the wall from the upstairs. As you can see, it's quite a bit. So once I got that done, the next was to treat all of the walls with a mold control solution. One, to kill any mold that was possibly still living, and two, to prevent any further mold growth. I used a backpack sprayer. I found that was the easiest way to apply it to the exterior walls. I went around, sprayed it on there, and then let it dry for a couple of days, and it seemed to do the job.
Spots where there was mold in the house.
The next step was to go around to the cracks, the voids, and the spots behind the laminated columns that weren't properly filled, and get those filled up with can foam where they were hard to access with a spray foam gun. And the spray foam company that I used to add the new foam came out. We walked through the house, discussed where it would be tough for them to get to, so I would know where I needed to use the can foam, and that worked out really well, because then all of our expectations were met. And there was a couple spots even behind those posts where I had to dig some of the existing insulation out to get the can foam in there and make 100% sure that there was no gap that was left. This was probably the most time-consuming part that I had to do in preparation for the new spray foam company. But at the end of the day, you know, I'm dedicated to making sure that this is done right this time. And with the company coming out and walking through the house with me, I'm 100% confident that this is going to be a trouble-free insulation job at the end of the day. All right, guys, so I want to tell you I'm really happy with this company that I used this round, and they were very thorough. They took their time. This took them about 3 days to do, and they were dedicated to doing it right, which was awesome. There were some tricky spots, like where these joist spaces were, right above here, and then especially on this wall between the bottom floor and the upstairs floor. Those were some tricky spots. So they took their time with those, did a really good job, and I'm confident that they got in there good. And the whole process, you know, they had me look at their work. When they were done, we walked around just to verify that it was all up to standard. And I'm telling you, we have anywhere from 4.5 to 6 inches of closed cell foam in the walls now. So I don't think this is going to be an issue. And I know structurally this is really beefed this house up. So definitely excited with the job that this company did. And I can move forward with confidence that we'll never have a moisture problem with this again. All right, so now that the spray foam company has come in and brought up those low spots and added additional spray foam, there's a couple things left I need to do, and I'll bring that to you on the next video. I'm actually running to town here shortly to get the appropriate caulking to seal all these laminated columns. I know that seems redundant, but there's spots where I can't 100% verify that spray foam got in behind these posts. So by sealing all of these laminated columns with the appropriate caulk, that will assure that that's sealed off. And then there are a few other spots where I just got to add a little bit of can foam where the gaps were too small for them to get in. So appreciate you guys watching. We will continue to update you on this process, and I can tell you it's amazing to me how fast insurance companies are to drop you or send you packing when it's in their favor, and how slow they are to take care of you when they should be on the hook. And I can tell you, I'm a pretty calm person, but when I see my family upset and discouraged, that's frustrating to me. And I am not done with this insurance company just yet. But I will keep you updated on this process and how this all turns out. But thanks for watching, and we will catch you on the next video.